Well, this is what's facilitating my upcoming giveaway. This is a special unboxing. This is my new camera that I'm going to be using for all of my videos from here on out. The camera that this is being recorded on is going to be given away very soon. Well, not very soon, I take that back. What I'm looking into doing is I've got a little bit of work that I'm going to be doing with both cameras, and once that's done, probably within a month, something like that, I'm going to announce the giveaway. And I'm still toying around with what I want the video responses to be, and the reason I'm saying this is because I'd like for you guys to, I'd like your opinions. I mean, what would what do you think would be a good thing to make the contest contain and be about? I thought about just, what would you do? Tell me what you'd do if you did win the contest and you did win this video camera and software suite and tripod and all the stuff that's going with it. But either way, if you got any suggestions for what I could do for the video responses, shoot it to me, let me know. But in the meantime, a little while back, you noticed that I was talking about I got a new tripod. Well, that tripod, the boot, or the part that is the quick disconnect that goes into the bottom of the camera, and then it quick disconnects with the tripod. There's a little spring ring, tension ring up underneath there that holds tension on the screw that threads up into the bottom of the camera. Well, that spring on the one that I got was it came loose. I guess it was glued on there. So I took that back. I have a nice tripod ordered for this camera. It's not in yet, but I took that one back and I picked up this tripod here, and I'm going to try it out and see how it is. And whichever tripod I like better, the one that's coming in or this one, is the one I'm going to stay with. I'm going to take this one or the other one back and get two of the same. That way my cameras, the shoe on them or whatever you call it, will be interchangeable between stands. So anyways, this is the tripod that I got to replace it with. This one was an open item, 47 bucks is what it was. It is a Manfortto, and I'm no camera genius, but from the best I can tell, it is a pretty good brand name. I'm just going to walk around here and do this in real time for you guys. Saves me time on editing. I'm not worried about this video looking to be the greatest. So, and the way that this one works is you've got a thumb roller here, and its pivot point is off center. So it'll move easily, and then I tighten it and it makes it tight. Roll off, and I can add a little bit of resistance. So I like this. It'll take a little getting used to, but I think it'll work out real good. Now, something about this one is it doesn't have any support here. It doesn't have any arms that come in, and so I don't know how that's going to hold up. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see the adjustment over there. There, we've got an adjustment there, and then we have our legs. It doesn't have a crank on it, but that's fine. I don't need a crank. So there's our quick disconnect, quick coupler there. And you can see there it will go into the bottom of the camera. I'll show you here on the JVC Axion. You've got a point there and there. So this camera, you can mount it in a few different ways. And if you guys haven't messed with the cameras much, you just thread that on, and you'll tighten it up a little bit tighter than that normally. And it'll slide in there. That's what I was talking about. I want to make sure that I've got commonality, so I can go from tripod to tripod with my cameras and not have to have dedicated tripod for a dedicated camera. So this will rotate a bunch of different ways, and I can set it and it's solid. Now this feature here, let's see. That allows it to rotate. And again, forgive me here. I am just trying to learn as I go. So that locks it in there, and that lets it articulate and spin. Learning as I go on it. But anyways, that's my new Manfortto. It's got a number of adjustments on it here. The legs come way out. So I'm going to set this up over here, and I'll be right back. And here is the new camera. Very excited about this. And for the numbers, this is a JVC GC-PX100. Warranty stuff, basic user guide. You know, the detailed user guides are always online now. CD-ROM stuff, which is actually surprising because a lot of times now you just plug it in USB and it connects. We've got a lens hood. Get all our accessories out first here. There's a battery, and this battery runs 7.2 volts. That's a pretty significant amount. I think the one that is on the camcorder that's recording this right now is like a 2 point something, or maybe a 3.2. And this is a 1460 milliamp hour. They've got a bigger one than this. It's up in the 2000s for milliamp hours, and I will be picking that up. Here is our, appears to be our lens cap. And this is equivalent to a 35mm or 34mm lens, like on a digital SLR. This camera will shoot, you lose a little bit of resolution, which that's to be expected, but it'll shoot high-speed film. Carrying lanyard. We've got a USB cable. This is the cover for the viewer. It's actually, this has got hold it up there. I pulled it out. These are side vents. I'll have to put that back on there. These are 3.5mm jack to RCA video cables. And this is an HDMI. Looks like a HDMI full size to one of the smaller size HDMI, but not the mini. There's a few different HDMIs. Here's the camera. We're going to wait to get that out. What else is in here? I see something down at the bottom, but I can't get to it yet. There we go. Charger. And this is probably inline noise filter for the charger. Or not for the charger, but maybe it is. It's either for the power cord or for the USB or HDMI. It'll give instructions on how to wrap my cable with that and all this crap. Those noise filters, they really do work, so if you have any equipment that they give you one of those with it, be sure to use it, put it to use. Charger. It's got a strange proprietary looking power jack there. And here is the camera. I'm going to get a different background down here so you guys can see this a little bit better. Okay. Let me turn my air conditioner off so you can hear me better. And if any of you guys haven't noticed, yeah, I'm kind of a JVC fanboy. I run the JVC Axion micro camera. The camera that I'm filming on right now that I'll be giving away is a JVC. And this is a JVC. I was looking at a few of the Sonys that were around $1,000. I looked at Canon's new G20 that was around $1,000, and then this came out. And if you look at it, if you notice, it looks like a digital DSLR, but it's not. It's a regular cinema type movie camera. Now this right here is the thing that I broke. It is a shade. What it does is it fits over the viewfinder in the back, and whenever you open it up, it's got these two gates that open up. Pretty nifty little setup. This chip actually moves a whole layer of its self without getting too technical, because I don't want to talk out of my ass here, but it moves it to a second layer. And so what it does is it gets rid of a bunch of things that can clutter light reception. And there's not very many cameras, especially in this price range, that have that. This will shoot a number of different high-speed ranges, all the way up to 600 frames per second. This is set up to where it's got a almost perfect for coaches, because you can play back two video clips side by side and it will sync them. So say that like one of the things that they advertise this for is for baseball players. They can they can videotape their swing or their pitch, and then tape another one and instantaneously playing back in slow-mo side-by-side comparison. So it's got a lot of features that are really good for that, for teaching, and I'm going to put this to use in my shooting and concealed carry and self-defense classes, to help people with their draw, to help people with their aim, with their stance. It's going to be a pretty nice little setup. So, let me show you guys, just kind of turn it around here. It will take pictures while you're filming. Over here is the control for your high speed. You've got exposure control. This was a big thing for me, was having a focus ring right here. And this will put it into assisted, manual, or I don't know, it's got a few different modes there. It has a hot shoe here where I can put a microphone, flash, whatever I want to up there. That moves out of the way and allows that, and can deliver power. It does have stereo microphone the way that it is. It does have a flash and an illuminator right there, although it's not infrared. I am going to do some experimentation with this shooting infrared. I've got an infrared illuminator, and I'm going to see, I'm pretty sure, just based off of the specs, that I'll be able to tune this camera to work really well with that. Something that, let's see, where are we at? And forgive me, I'm just now learning it myself. So there we go. This is the viewfinder. It can go to a number of different angles. You can angle down, up, and behind here is where the battery and I believe that the cards, yeah, right here is our card slot. Battery will go in here. It's pretty interesting that it encapsulates the battery. Now, something that's nice about this camera will allow you to run off of AC power. It will also accept remote power sources, so I can just plug power into this with no battery in it. Remote power packs, and that's always a really nice thing. I've got over here, there's my DC in. I've got audio video, and I've got microphone. So I've got a number of different connection points here. It does have an HDMI port on it and another hot shoe there, so it definitely, it is not short on features. I'm going to get this thing charged up and I'll be back to do a little bit more on it. Here we go. Running a Class 10 32 gig card. The Class 10 is really the way to go. They record a lot faster, a lot clearer, a lot better. Right now I am charging through the DC input, and want to throw our memory card in. So let's see how we do that. I hear about these things called manuals and books and stuff, but they're overrated. Now this is one thing that the Canon G20 definitely has in spades over this one. The Canon gives you a slot on the side for 2 SD cards to go in, plus it's got onboard memory. I like on that Canon that you can access the memory cards without opening up all kinds of stuff and everything. There's 2 of them, and you've got onboard memory on top of that. That is one thing that that I don't like. Now here's another thing about this camera that I believe that I don't like. From what I understand, yeah, this camera, the viewfinder cannot be articulated to where I can say I wanted to videotape myself and move the viewfinder. Like right now, I'm looking at the camera that's videotaping this, and I've got the viewfinder facing me, so I can see if I'm in the in the frame or anything like that. Something I don't like about this one. Now, with that being said, this does have Wi-Fi, and it will stream directly to my cell phone or a tablet or whatever, and I can use that as my viewfinder. That's fine and well, but that means I've got to connect it all, get it all initialized, get it working, get it talking to each other, and then if I get a phone call or something like that, it's going to be negated. And so it would be nice if this would have articulated up. This camera's predecessor did. For some reason, this one does not. but I do like the size of the display. I like what they've got going here. So let's turn it on. See what we've got. Zoom in here. Set date and time. Yeah. I wonder what the date and time is. This is gonna date us here. We are July. What is the date? The 9th. Jeez. 2013. And the time that is right now is 10:42 p.m. I'll do 43. Well, I thought maybe I could adjust the PM separately. Alright, set. Our time zone. That looks right to me. And there we go. Alright, I've been messing around with it a little bit. Still letting it get a little charge. But I'm going to go ahead and get it mounted on the tripod. And then I'm going to roll in some videotape from it, and I'm actually going to videotape the camera that I'm going to be giving away. That was me adjusting the turn my air conditioner off. That was me adjusting the focus by hand. It's got the ring on the outside. You can see my messy toolboxes back there. I really like that. I got a lot of learning to do on it. There's a lot of really involved features, and for me, not really being a photographer per se, got a lot of learning to do. But anyways, this is the camera that I'm going to be giving away. It is a JVC as well, and it's really been a nice little unit. Wi-Fi is built in. You can use your Android phone to control it. You can hook it up to your Wi-Fi internet. You could set it up to where it will work as a security camera, where it will remotely send you emails and stuff if it motion's detected. You could set it up just to where it will directly monitor. You can control it by the phone to where it will start and stop via the phone. I mean, it's got a lot of features. As you see, it's got the extended battery on it there. I'll pan out here, and this is the tripod that's going to go with it. It's 60 something inches or whatever. It works. I'm going to be honest, it is nothing special. It's a little choppy sometimes, but you get used to it. The camera's got a really good anti-shake, stageable anti-shake, so you can have it where it's really, really aggressive or not so much or off. But that stageable
setup works really good. It's got a Konica Minolta lens. Really good sound quality. I mean, you guys can see what it, how it records by just looking at my videos. But anyways, that's it. That's what I'm going to be giving away. And hope you guys like it.